Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this live section. Guys, what is happening? Hey. So this one now, Sowore versus Barrister Darlington. Oh, guys, there's a clash between Barrister Darlington and Sowore, guys. I think they are quarreling or arguing over Nnamdi Kanu's protest. Barrister Darlington once said, he was like, why did Sowore call Peter Obi, using this strategy to using this, kind of calling him he said he's using this strategy just to gain the heart of the Igbo, something like that. Guys, I want you guys to take a look at this, their conversation. Guys, let me know what you think under the comment section. Guys, take a look at this video and I'll be right back.
We don't make up any stories, sir. These are the reactions of Nigerians as to what the intention about this is.
I'm very serious, and I'm going to insist on that. You always make it look like, you can talk about anybody, you can abuse Tinubu, you can do this. I even heard one of your, I think it's Darlington, who went on air one day on VOP saying, "Oh, all this is because I'm working for Tinubu." That's insulting.
Such a thing that he doesn't want to hear that narrative, this and that. The way he reacted when you mentioned P2B tells me all I need to know. It's as simple as that.
He said Peter Obi was not the only person he called on. He called on every other person as well. So why is everyone latching on to the fact that he called on Peter Obi? Is he not from the southeast? And why can't he physically be part of the protest?
The reaction is what I'm saying. The way he reacted about it, I doesn't want that.
You hear me? I said thank you for joining us today. Hello?
Thank you very much for inviting me. Can you hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you loud and clear. Very good. Please, why is October 20 the date for the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu protest?
It was a Monday that we find necessary, have chosen to invite the world to ask for his freedom from the illegal, unwarranted, unjust, and unlawful detention of Nnamdi Kanu by the Nigerian government. So that was the best date that came up as we were planning a date. A lot of people have said that this date clashed with NSAS, but our position is that there are two dates that could have been best to do this. The first time was the last time they didn't do it, and the next time is the next time they should do it.
Okay, very good. So have you been met with any resistance ever since you propositioned this?
Are you still there?
I am here. I can hear you very well. So I said that, have you been met with any resistance ever since this call, and you've been mobilizing and galvanizing for support on the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu protest? What kind of resistance have you been met with?
Well, it's been all kinds of resistance. They've been online, trolling. Today, we saw that they mobilized some people who used to be National Youth Council of Nigeria. They have an appendage of Nigerian government threatening that we are supporting people who are killing Hausas and Fulanis in the South. There's been a lot of government propaganda from the ruling party. Even some of them have come from people who said this is going to blunt the NSAS memorial. And the question we're asking is that can't we do more than one thing on the same day if it is for justice? So, but we're used to this. We had known that this would come, that threats would come. There's also been a lot of threats to places we visited for mobilization. The DSS have been visiting markets that we visited yesterday and today, trying to harass market leaders and plaza leaders who have indicated interest in shutting down the plazas and markets to make sure this is a success on Monday.
All right, Mr. Sowore, I don't know if you've been able to get some reactions from some cross-section of Nigerians who feel that you shouldn't have called out Peter Obi or Southeast traditional leaders and all whatnot to join you in this, considering the fact that there is a perception that the government of the day it doesn't have a good relationship with him. There are talks that this could be a trap politically, and anything could happen to him, considering the fact that you have
I'm tired of those of you who frame these stories.
No, it's not frame. We're not framing the stories. We're reading out the reactions.
I'm used to listen. I'm used to your station. I'm used to your people just making up stories. About nobody can talk about Peter B and all that. I'm tired of it.
No, sir, it's to clear out all the narratives. No, it's to clear out all the narratives about.
I'm very sure. I come to your station all the time. You make up stories about Peter B.
We don't make up any stories, sir. These are the reactions of Nigerians as to what the intention about this is.
I'm very serious, and I'm going to insist on it. You always make it look like. You can talk about anybody. You can abuse Tinubu. You can do this. I even heard one of your, I think it's Darlington, who went on air one day on VOP saying, "Oh, all this is because I'm working for Tinubu." That's insulting. If you want to keep your station to just talking about Peter, just rename VOP as Peter B, voice of whatever you want to call it, and don't invite people to accept people who agree with you. But they tell me that I shouldn't have called up. Is it Peter be the only person that
No, like I said, these were the narratives, and we're trying to clear out all of this.
Can you please listen to me? I called out Soludo.
Yeah.
I called out Alex T. I called out Ojus or Kalu. I went to meet Jonathan Goodluck, former President Goodluck Jonathan, who I disagree with. And all you can reduce these stories are, Peter. If Peter B is a CC, if he's a jelly, just protect him as one, but don't bring it up on my, don't bring it to the surface when you're talking to me.
All right, let's look at this. For example, Bayo Onanuga, the presidential spokesperson on information and strategy.
What is Peter B afraid of? Tell me. Why can't he fight for? If he believes in Nnamdi Kanu, if he believes in Nnamdi, if he believes in justice, why can't Peter B fight for Nnamdi Kanu? And every time we have a discussion on VOP, just bring up these very puerile arguments about Peter B. You want to trap Peter B. Is he a child? If he is, maybe he has no business.
Well, Mr. Moile, they feel that ethnicity plays a huge role here.
Don't
but
feel anything.
Okay, fine. Let's look at what Mr. No, it's not my personal opinion, sir. It's not my personal opinion.
Representing your Jones' opinions.
Okay, fine. Let's look at Mr. Bayo Onanuga reacting to this, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I've been in markets today. I've been in 6 markets in the last 2 days. 6 markets in this Abuja, campaigning for free Nnamdi Kanu. And you said, who did you talk to? You just make up stories.
Mr. Moile Sowore, I want to tell you that it wasn't made up. We're trying to clear out the narratives and hear from you precisely the true intention of this. We are not making up anything, sir.
And don't invite people like me.
All right, Mr. Moile Sowore, let's look at what the president's spokesperson said.
People you agree with.
Mr. Moile Sowore, please, can you hear me?
This is about Peter B and nothing else.
Okay, Mr. Moile Sowore, can you hear me? The presidential spokesperson on information and strategy complained about it when you talked about it, when you mentioned it. He says that he described your motive as a motive of causing chaos. That rather than allowing
describe my motive, who did?
Mr. Bayo Onanuga, he wrote Mr. Bayo Onanuga. Can you hear me, sir? Yes. Sir, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. The presidential spokesperson, media advisor on information and strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, responded to this call of #Free Nnamdi Kanu. And one of the things he said is he described you as an anarchist, someone who derives pleasure in chaos, and said that why don't you let the judicial process take its course rather than having to go on this route or this route that you're taking on. I don't know if you've seen him tweet that in reaction or in response to this.
I don't pay attention to people like Bayo Onanuga. Do you know why?
Why?
Listen, Bayo Onanuga used to run a news magazine. A magazine known as the News. And when the Nigerian military banned the magazine, he kept running it, which could be described as illegal, but we all supported him. So I can't be paying attention to such a person who had defied dictatorship and authoritarianism or fascism in the past, who is not benefiting from it. How do I pay attention to such a person? I used to help Bayo Onanuga sell photocopies of Temple magazine. It's called Temple. You can ask anybody. We take it to churches under the military.
Okay.
So how is Nnamdi Kanu going to be the one who becomes the yardstick for judging what is right and wrong? He's just doing what he's paid to do or what he's asked to do. What I'm doing is what my conscience tells me is right. And that's why I was completely no longer having it when you started saying I'm trying to trap Peter Obi.
It wasn't me, sir, but I don't know if you could hear me. It's not me.
You guys just set yourself up to gaslight people with Peter Obi. And I'm tired of it.
Mr. Omoyele Sowore, one of the
to gaslight people with Peter Obi. And I'm tired of it.
Mr. Omoyele Sowore, one of the things that we anticipated doing here was to clear out all these things. Okay, in reaction, Mr. Bayonanuga, you're mentioning Peter. I said Mr. Bayonanuga, Mr. Sowore, you're calling Peter Obi again. We're done with that aspect of the conversation. Let's look at the reaction from the.
You can be done with it, but I'm not done with it.
Okay.
I'm tired of having your people in your station just make up stories about and gaslight people about Peter Obi. Peter Obi don't want to be.
All right. Now, you know that you know the Enugu state governor has currently defected to the APC. And one of the things he said today was that Nnamdi Kanu's only resolution right now to his freedom is for a political solution. You know that there have been talks. We've been talking about
the federal government is insisting that except an action is taken in court in which I have it on authority that they want to convict him at all costs. And then people are going to be begging them for pardon. That's the plan. If that's what Peter Obi means, Peter Obi means, then he's part of the problem. But political solution, as Mr. Femi Falana described in Abia State last week, is for them to leave the courtrooms, sit down and talk with Nnamdi Kanu and let him go home and become a free man, and maybe have some conversation and dialogue with him over what happens next. That's what I understand by political solution.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have Ojuzo Kalu, who was on TV today, just today, who said he's the closest friend of the president, saying that this has to play out first in court. And that's what we know their plan is. They have said Nnamdi Kanu must present his defense because they have already thrown out his request for a no-case submission.
Mm-hmm.
And presenting a defense for someone who they know have no defense. The reason there's no defense is because it's not because it's guilty, it's because there was not a crime established. You cannot bring somebody from Kenya kidnapped, extraordinary rendition to Nigeria, and talk about political solution or a defense. He doesn't have to defend himself because the process for bringing him to court in the first place is fraud. Fundamentally, it's internationally unacceptable way of bringing people to court. So they don't have any evidence to show that Nnamdi Kanu committed a crime. But they want him to present a defense that they know he cannot, even if you want to present a defense, you're entitled to have certain parameters in place. Somebody who is held up against his own wish, somebody who court has discharged and acquitted, and you say he can't go. Somebody who the Court of Appeal said the process of extraordinary rendition is unacceptable. You keep him in detention for 10 years, and you want him to defend himself. So the question you journalists should ask Mr. Peter Obi, Governor Peter Obi, is what do you mean by political solution? Interestingly, I got his number today and called him. He didn't pick. I heard it was leaving his old party to a new party. That's probably why. And I wanted to ask him to speak openly about this, only for me to read the newspaper that he said it's going to be a political solution. But there's something we must be happy about. That this Nnamdi Kanu issue has been pushed to the front burner.
Yeah.
It's a great development that everybody is talking about. But we are not just talking about it. We are going to make sure that on Monday something big happens to get him freed, whether they like it or not.
All right. Thank you very much for that response. Now, we've gotten quite a number of Nigerians who are ready to participate in this process. A couple of persons feel that as whatever location they are, they will try to get there. I already know that some mobilization is ongoing to see how accommodation can be provided for some persons who want to stay over, considering no one knows how long it's going to be. But the main question is this. This may be something that is being done for the very first time. I recall one of your interviews. You had said that you wanted to do this way back in 2023, thereabout, that your first resistance was from Imo State. They told you that it will be done after the elections, that this is not the first time you're wanting to go through with this. So do you think that the leaders in the Southeast, especially the political leaders, have been the ones impeding the process for, accelerating the process of the release of Nnamdi Kanu? What's your take with that? Hello?
If you don't know that, go and hear what Jules Okalu said today. Then you know who are standing in the way of the country leads. He is repeating what has already been condemned and discarded. That a court case is a court case. That's all the strategy is, that this is a court case. It has to result in, and I can tell you directly, what they are repeating, all of them, they've had a meeting and said, this guy must be jailed by Justice Omotosho first, before we can discuss any political solution. So their solution is for the legal process to be rushed unjustly, unfairly, in a way that is not transparent, no fair hearing. Pronounce that Nnamdi Kanu is guilty, and then we start begging them for pardon and clemency. That is what all of them are working towards. You're hearing it from me. It's not the first time. I know it. That's the plan. They've reached out to me as recently as before I came on this show, saying, look, you're just wasting your time. We're not going to let him go. He's going to have to be convicted in court first. I'm revealing that to you on this show.
Very interesting.
That's their plan. And that's where the Southeastern leaders are all part of it. What Jules Okalu has just said it maybe 3 hours ago. So what else do I need to tell you? They are the ones standing in the way of his freedom because of their political careers and interests. They don't want Nnamdi Kanu to come out and upend what they've been used to. Federal patronage, popularity, rigging of election, wealth without work. That's what this is all about. They are ready to sacrifice him. He's just lucky that he's still alive. And that's what the public should know. But regardless of what they tell you, they're not interested in justice. Our legal systems, our court systems are not designed to give justice. They are designed to pronounce innocent people guilty and help the guilty get out of their guilt and their crimes. That is why the president of Nigeria pardoned 53 drug dealers. These are hard core crimes, criminals, kidnappers. But they are interested in sending Nnamdi Kanu to the gallows first, so that you can go and beg them, oh please, now that he's been convicted. They want to convict him at all costs. They're hearing it from me for the first time, if you don't know before now.
A couple of Nigerians already
and the
have
Southeastern leaders are accessories to that conspiracy.
Okay, one of the reasons beyond your clamor is his deteriorating health. I think the past 2 court sessions, his legal practitioners could not hold it anymore. They decided not to be modest. They called it out and said that this is deliberate and there is an intention sort of for something to happen to him. Why do you think they are taking time in letting him visit the National Hospital?
I'm not pleading for him to be granted release based on health related issues. I'm asking for unconditional release. There's no way Nnamdi Kanu can get out of that place alive because they don't want to. Look, Nnamdi Kanu is the first person to go through this. I've been through this before. I was held up in this country. I was charged with offenses that never existed. My passport was seized. What they want to do is compulsory conviction. They want to compulsorily convict him so that they'll have authority, power to say, hey, has been convicted, now you can come and beg us. It doesn't matter. It happened, like I said to Ken Saro-Wiwa before. They have set this up in advance. They do not believe that Nnamdi Kanu should be granted release. They want to convict him. They don't believe in fair trial. They have not presented any evidence known to law. The only person who even acted as a witness who was hooded said Nnamdi Kanu was not found with any weapon. But let me ask you, this riding around in on motorbikes
as of yesterday, yes. As of yesterday, yes.
Yes, and having meetings publicly. They are walking around with guns and magazines around their chest, and everybody's happy. They even attend their weddings and child naming ceremonies. So, what could Nnamdi Kanu's crime really be, apart from the fact that he's an able man in a country that it is a crime to be won?
All right. Another thing to look into, Mr. Omoyele Sowore, is this. If, according to what you have revealed now, that the intention is to convict him at all costs, then after the conviction, then a form of political resolution or pardon or form of clemency will be begged for. Should that strengthen the spirit of this protest if, with how you sound, they have decided and it feels like whatever anyone does, nobody cares?
Regardless of what they have decided, we are going ahead. And our position is that on that day, he must be released. They want to convict him. We would not allow an innocent person to be convicted of a crime he hasn't committed. In a country where people who commit crimes are pardoned, are venerated, they're celebrated, and they're granted red carpet receptions. We will not let that happen. And that's my position, that's the position of our team, and that's the position of all the Nigerians who have agreed with us that they will come to Abuja on Monday for Nnamdi Kanu rally at the Aso Rock Villa.
So, you do know that some of the president's spokespersons, former aides to late Muhammadu Buhari, they've all come out to express their discontent about the proposed release of Nnamdi Kanu. I'm reacting to what Bashir Ahmed tweeted immediately, that call that you resonated for the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu protest. A couple of them are against it. The president's aides and the APC members, those who support the president, they have all said no to it. Now, if that is the case, and you're already being harassed by the traders, some of the places you visited yesterday and today, the DSS had gone to harass them. What would be the potential safety on that day for persons who come out for the peaceful clamor for the release of Nnamdi Kanu to the National Assembly?
People walk around naked, the car park, garage, dogs stretching openly, the DSS, the police, I think even the army was brought in to threaten us, but it didn't work. So how are we going to be dissuaded this time? It's not going to happen. Our position is clear. If you don't want this to happen on Monday, you have enough time to do what is right.
Would they listen to you? People. Would they listen to this? Would they listen to this? This is a government that doesn't like any form of protest or dissent. So do you think they will listen to this? Because a group has written for an approval for the protest to commence.
They don't have to listen to us, but they will be forced to recognize that, the people in power are not as strong as the power of the people. That's the rule, and that's the truth.
Okay. In as much as this is a very important cause, this represents others who are in the shoes of Nnamdi Kanu. We still have a lot of persons who are inmates in most of our correctional facilities, no trial, no proper representation, no financial aid to enable them. I know that you've been part of some causes like this to help some of these persons be exonerated. A situation like this, it happens, and it's a form of stigmatization, as some cross-section of the Southeast have complained about marginalization and lack of representation. So the question is this: beyond the case of Nnamdi Kanu and others who have fallen victim of something like this, especially some persons who attempt IPOB members without trial, what is the way forward?
We've identified some very notorious detention centers. One of it is Wawa Barrack in the Niger State, where they are dumping people who are termed IPOB members, summary detention. Some of them have been sick, some have died. They sent judges over there to carry out trials that are not fair, open, and transparent. We have asked that people march in those directions. There's a place called Tiger Base in Anambra State, some in Owerri, that will be visited by protesters. We are not going to accept anybody. Nnamdi Kanu is a symbol of this level of very terrible injustice done to Nigerians who are referred to IPOB members. But everybody who's caught up in this unjust, Byzantine system of punishment because of their political or self-determination beliefs are going to be assisted to get out as soon as we can. Everybody will be given reprieve. That's the goal of this protest. It's not limited to Nnamdi Kanu. It's about everybody who's innocent but caught up in the terrible, very wicked, unjust legal system of Nigeria that punishes the innocent and venerates the guilty.
All right, Ms. Sowore, I've been told that you have to leave now. Do you have any final take before we let you go?
We're calling on Nigerians to join us in Abuja on Monday. Just find your way here. A lot of people are trying to assist people who want to come, find a place to rest their head overnight or the day after. But Monday is sacrosanct, and that's October the 20th, 2025. It's Free Nnamdi Kanu protest, Free Nnamdi Kanu now protest. And let me make it clear, because some people have raised eyebrows that that's also ENSA's memorial. Nothing stops us from multitasking. And when there's plenty of injustices on our hands, ENSA's memorial could also happen side by side with Free Nnamdi Kanu now protest. Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Sowore. We sincerely do appreciate your time. I have Barrister Darlington joining me over the telephone. Barrister Darlington, I am so sorry for calling you, but there is a right of reply. We did have some network situations, but Mr. Sowore actually discountenanced and distanced himself from some of the narratives that you said here yesterday. He even called your name while he was explaining. And I tried to tell him that this is not the purview of Voice of the People, and this is not my personal perception to the exercise that he has intended to put on October 20, 2025. But we needed to dispel some of the narratives about the politics behind this, if indeed the intention is sincere, the politics of there is an ulterior motive and all that. Mr. Sowore was angry about that notion. Maybe he is actually distressed. He's going through a lot with trying to galvanize and mobilize. However, what's your reaction? I don't know if you listen to this, but are you now certified that there is no political intention behind it? Because he had this perception that we try to protect Peter Obi like he's a child, and that if indeed he has any sincerity or purpose, and he claims he wants Nnamdi Kanu released, why can't he join the fray? Why can't he join this movement in calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu on that particular protest? So what is your take on this? This is your right of reply.
Esther, instead of agreeing with what Sowore said, it has equally validated my position concerning him. Sowore just proved to me now that he's a dictator who doesn't want to hear other people's opinion. Sowore just proved to me now that he hates the people. That's why he said you should not mention his name.
No, it doesn't mean that it is hate. Barrister Darlington.
Hold on.
He just said.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, please. When he said he doesn't want to hear that narrative, this and that, what did the P2B do to him that he said he doesn't want to hear it? In Igbo land today, mention any other political figure that is a popular P2B. Sowore would have told me.
Barrister Darlington.
Hold on, I'm coming.
No, you're not getting what he said right. I need to help you understand what he said. I tried for him to clear this narrative of there is a political trap in this whole thing for him asking Mr. Peter Obi to join the fray.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yes,
and he said, is Peter Obi a child? And that
when you mention Peter Obi tells me all I need to know. It's as simple as that.
He said Peter Obi was not the only person he called on. He called on every other person as well. So why is everyone latching on to the fact that he called on Peter Obi? Is he not from the southeast? And why can't he physically be part of the protest?
The reaction is what I'm saying. The way he reacted about it, he doesn't want that, this and that. He doesn't want to hear Peter Obi. As if Peter Obi have offended him somewhere.
No, his issue actually was not with Peter Obi. His issue is, according to him, the expletives or the narrative that VOP represents. That's it. And then he called your name in this. He said all of the things you said is not true.
Who is that person that want to come to VOP that we said no, don't come from any other tribe? You see, when they fly this narrative, don't fall into it, Esther. Why can't he go to the other station that are Yoruba station? Let me see whether they'll give
Barrister Darlington, this is not a Yoruba station. VOP is not a Yoruba station. This is a narrative we're trying to dispel. It's not an Igbo station, sir.
Hold on. Why did you allow him to even say that? That is an Igbo station.
I never allowed him to. Did you listen to the conversation? Did you hear how he was speaking? Did you see how I even tried to interfere and interject? And he had this mindset.
That tells me whom he is. Esther, let us go to the proper issue here.
Exactly.
Look at what he said. Look at what he said. That the DSS are harassing market women that he spoke to concerning the protest.
Okay.
But did he tell you that DSS have been harassing him or that they have arrested him as the arrowhead of this protest? No. You can see the people he's talking to, they are the one being harassed. But himself is going about all over the country. Nobody is talking to him. Nobody is harassing him. Nobody is even reprimanding him. Esther, what does that tell you? I told you here that yes, he has the favor of the ruling party and the PDP, APC. Because when he came back, it was Tinubu that made a call and said that DSS should allow him to come in. That narrative, did he clear it? Did he clear why Bayo Ononuga had to literally beg him to remove the tweet he said about Tinubu being a criminal? No, did the Bayo Ononuga not beg him to remove it? Was he arrested?
Barrister Darlington, we're speaking based on his reaction to what happened, and your right of reply is what I'm asking for. He is dissociating himself from all the narratives that you have projected like you did yesterday.
And I told you here that he did not answer any question. All this, he did not dispel it. I am telling you here that you want him to come out and tell you, action speaks louder than words. What he has done and what he has said validated my position because he did not dispel anything. He didn't tell me why all those things had to happen. He should have told me. That's what I'm trying to let you. He said he didn't dispel anything. He validated it. That's why he didn't want you to even go there. All these things are saying that they are not facts. Mention any other person that given that privilege. Already made up their mind that they want to convict him before a political solution will come. So what are you protesting for? Tell me. All the ones you protested in the past, what the result did it bring? When you protested for end hunger strike, was it not after that the hunger rose up to the roof?
Barrister Darlington, are you saying that you're not encouraging this aspect of the protest? Like I said, all of the
look, we are trying to interrogate what he's saying. Leave all this you are talking about. Look, we have done more than enough. Nobody can do what the Igbo people have done concerning Nnamdi.
But did you hear what he just said about what they did, what they did not do? Did you listen to him?
What did he say? Who is he to decide on that? Who is he? Is it the judge?
It's not decide. He's telling you what has been going on, Barrister Darlington.
He didn't say anything. When the people want to go and do what you call now solidarity with the daily farmer Erotimi, please, were you not here when Peter single-handedly visited all the Yoruba leaders? He including the ONI, concerning that matter with Ateba Babalola, and the solution was brought. Did Obi make noise about it? Please answer me. Did Obi make noise about what he did to bring a truce between Babalola and Dele Rotimi? Did it not happen in this country?
Barrister Darlington, wait, hold on. Are we not meant to encourage those who want to participate in this to participate without having to call on anything?
Who want to exploit me. Esther, listen good. I've been saying it.
Exploit you?
I don't want those who want to exploit me.
How are they exploiting you?
Yes. He said that the protest will not yield any fruit.
He didn't say. He didn't say that.
Oh God! Listen, he said that they want to convict him. That's what they told him.
Yes. He has access now. He has access to what is going on, and that I should hear from him. That's the plan. That's the intention. Then I asked him, no, Barrister Darlington, let's get the narrative right. I asked him, I said, if now you have said that the plan is to convict him before they start looking for any form of clemency, then what is the essence of the protest? And then he explained what the essence of the protest is. The thing is, whether anybody likes it or not, that day should reverberate. And I asked about the security of those who will be part of that protest, because if there are complaints that the DSS has started harassing persons in the market who intend to come for this, how then do we ensure the security of those who will physically be present there? And this is why a lot of Nigerians are skeptical of certain persons to be part of that protest, that something could be targeted. But however, like I said, Mr. Sowore wasn't having any form of narrative. He just wanted to emphasize on what the protest is all about and encourage those who want to be part of it to actually be part of it. So, any other thing? My right, I'm calling you for your right of reply because he called your name.
I am
exactly.
I'm telling you here now that since you have said all this, what is the essence of the protest? Since you know that it will not yield any fruit. That's what I'm telling you here. He knows himself. He has told you. So what is the essence? What is the essence?
The essence is for his freedom. The essence is for his freedom.
What the protest did it bring any fruit? Did it yield any fruit? Tell me what protest from Sowore that has brought any sustainable result. Mention one.
Okay, so Barrister Darlington,
you look for some people to exploit.
Okay, so what are you saying now? What are you saying now? What are you now saying?
Well, I'll tell you now. I asked questions, which I finally want to ask him. Mention one protest from Sowore that have brought fruit, sustainable fruit to Nigerians. Mention one, just one. Let us start from there. Is that not an important question to ask? So, is this one that they have already told you, the mind of the government? Yet you want to go about to protest so that they will say, yes, you have done so well. Are you not jeopardizing our chances here?
Jeopardizing the chances.
Hold on, Esther. Tell me what people have done and what they have not done. Are you serious?
So are you discountenancing some of the things he's, Barrister Darlington, are you saying that what he's saying is not the truth? Have you not heard what Ojuz Okalu said? Have you not heard what Peter Mbra said? Mr. Sowore knows those people. He's in their caucus. He's also a top politician. So are you saying that all what he's saying about the southeastern leaders impeding the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu is not true? If that is the case, what is your own source of information? Who in the corridor of power have you spoken with to make you feel like they're doing something more than whatever it is telling us?
Esther, the question is, since you know this is, what is the essence of the protest? Please tell me.
The essence of the protest, according to him, is for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Unconditional release.
Hold on, Esther, please say it as it is. He said that he knows they are pushing.
That is the arrangement. Yes.
So, since you know this is, so what are you protesting now for? I mean, what are you saying? Can you just imagine two of you?
The two of us.
He knows the truth. He doesn't want to say it. So this thing you are doing now is just a charade. You know that you will not eat any food, yet you are going ahead with it. Calling us the impulse to come out on a fruitless journey. And I ask you here, with the relationship between Sowore and the federal government, especially Tinubu, is their answer. Can they answer him? Will they answer him? You can imagine. You can imagine the deceit. You know that this This will not bring us. Yes, you are mobilizing people. You are harassing market women now. Harassing them, but they are not harassing you. You are holding meeting here and there. Nobody have arrested you. Nobody has said anything to you. You are going to have free, but they are.
So, guys, that was a clash between Sowore and the Barrister Darlington. In case you don't understand, what is happening, let me explain to you guys. Stay to the end, though, so that you get the full gist, why they are arguing. So, guys, Barrister Darlington, accused Sowore of trying to hijack the Free Nnamdi Kanu movement. Sowore is claiming that Sowore is using the protest to chase clout. That's why they are arguing, to chase clouds and and to stay politically relevant. Now, he said, Barrister Darlington said, if Sowore wants to protest, let him go and protest on his own instead of calling on P2B and others. Guys, what do you think? Because me, I don't know. Barrister Darlington is somebody he speaks the truth, and I like him because of the way he says his things raw, guys. And when it comes to Nnamdi Kanu, he's also raw on that. So, Sowore is trying to call on Southeast governors. Not just Southeast governors, people in the East, people lovers of Nnamdi Kanu that knows that, Nnamdi Kanu is not supposed to be in detention because he was kidnapped. He was trying to call them to come and protest. Me, I don't see anything that Sowore did that is bad, though, by trying to call P2B, OT, Solido, and all of them to come out and protest. So, according to Barrister Darlington, he's saying that, Sowore wants to use it and chase clouds, that if he wants to protest, that he should go alone. Does it actually make sense, guys? Because I know that Barrister Darlington is somebody I look up to. Like I actually take his words, yes, because he's somebody that says the truth the way it is. Now, Sowore no agree at all. Sowore has fired back, guys. Sowore no agree for Barrister Darlington. He has fired back, saying that people like Barrister Darlington are always talking from behind. But when it's time to take action, they disappear. Sowore also questioned why Darlington and others are protesting P2B as if he's a small boy who can't decide for himself. So now, Barrister Darlington is Sowore is trying to say that, if P2B wants to come out for the protest, let him come and tell people that he's coming out. If he doesn't want, let him, say he doesn't want as well. He doesn't want to come out. No, let Barrister Darlington should stop, talking for him. But for me, I feel it's not bad if P2B joins the protest. Yes, another Southeast governors. It's not actually bad, because it's not bad because they want to we want everybody to go and march to Aso Rock to call. Call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. That is what we want. I don't see anything. I don't even see the reason why they argue. Which one is chase clouds? Sowore has never been chasing clouds. See, Sowore has been there since how many? Even when he was an undergraduate, Sowore has been there fighting for justice for people he doesn't know and people he know. I don't know if you guys understand. Sowore has been there right from time. So somebody said Barrister Darlington is totally sick for challenging Sowore. So I don't even know why Barrister Darlington is even talking this way, because we know that Sowore has been there right from time, even when he was an athlete. Guys, he has been fighting for justice. I know that he had the same problem with Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria now. So then they have released him, and now Kanu is still in detention because he's an Igbo man. So he said, no, how can these governments be pardoning terrorists, pardoning criminals, people that murder people, and even Nnamdi Kanu does not be convicted to any crime? He said, no, that we must fight for Kanu. He's now calling for Southeast governors to march to Aso Rock. Now, Barrister Darlington is seen as if he's chasing clouds. Chasing clouds how? How is Sowore chasing clouds? Someone has been there right from time, even when it comes to revolution now, he has been there. Guys, you have watched some of his protests. I think there'll be five. Sowore will be there marching. Guys, I don't know if you. So he's not. For me, I feel he's not chasing clout though. Sowore is not that kind of person that is chasing clout. So I know Barrister Darlington have been talking about Nnamdi Kanu for a long time. Coming out, even him himself, Barrister Darlington is supposed to even come out because he has been talking about Nnamdi Kanu, saying good things about him, saying that they should free him. So him himself, he should come out. It's not by force. Anybody that wants to come out to call for Nnamdi Kanu's release, they should come out. There is nothing wrong by doing that. So now, many Nigerians are divided on this matter. Some say Sowore is right, that protest is a tool for justice, especially when government keeps disobeying court orders and ignoring Nnamdi Kanu's rights. Do you know the main thing? Nnamdi Kanu is not supposed to be there. See, if they call him a terrorist, they should prove he's a terrorist. You can't be pardoning criminals, murderers, that you can clearly state their crime. There was even one that they pardoned. There was a woman that died her husband. They pardoned her. You can clearly state what their offense. But you can't even state his offense. I say one, they said he bad people in the East. Where is your evidence? You still kept him, even with his deteriorating health condition. even with his deteriorating health condition, guys. No, 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 no. So Sowore has seen that and said, no, I have to, call for Kanu's freedom. Enough, guys, enough is enough. This man has been there for 5. If is you, uncle, 5 good, almost getting to 5 good years. Just to remand. They remand. It's not persecution. They remanded him for 5 good years. Now we're now begging, guys. It's not like they've convicted him. We're begging for him at least to go for medical and at least get a good medical care. If it's all these governors now or Tinubu, immediately just headache, they'll send them outside the country. But look at, with all this medical care, they're even going to court now for Kanu at least to get good medical care. He's right, though, guys. He shouldn't be denied that right. Do you know, in his last court session, guys, you know what happened? The Nigerian Medical Association said that he's fit. Guys, imagine this man has kidney problem, heart problem, different types of illness. And the reports that, in the last court section, before this one that just happened, just James Omotosho said that Nigerian Medical Association should come in now and examine Kanu. Guys, we don't know whether they examined Kanu. We don't even know when they took the test. In this last one, yesterday was 16th. What we heard is that this Nigerian Medical Association has brought their reports. They said, oh, with all this, they mentioned the illnesses, and the last paragraph they said Kanu sickness is not life-threatening, that he can stand trial. Guys, can you just imagine what is going on in this country? Is this not punishment? You remanded somebody. It's not like you've convicted the person. You remanded somebody. Just imagine. Just his money. Now, let's take what this person said. This person said, Barrister Darlington is now changing direction. Some Southeast governors are giving Barrister Darlington money to change. Wow. Because you know that Barrister Darlington is somebody that has always been talking about Kanu. Like, he says, if you watch some of his interview, you will know what I'm talking about. He has always been there talking about Kanu, saying that he's supposed to be free, they should stop. It's as if what this person says, it's as if it's true, because I don't understand why he's not saying that Sowore is using this to chase clouds. Many people are now going against Sowore because of he's calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. What is going on in this country? What is this issue with Kanu and the Igbos? What is this issue? What is going on in this country? Many people are now, seeing Sowore as a bad person because he wants to call for the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. What is going on? People are saying, imagine Igbo people that are supposed to do this thing. It's not a Yoruba man that is coming out to stand. It's not the one in the front line. What is going on in this country? So, guys, like I said, many Nigerians are divided on this matter. So I'm saying Sowore is right, that protest is a tool for justice, especially when government keeps disobeying court orders and ignoring Nnamdi Kanu's rights. At first, Kanu was kidnapped. With the way they brought him to Nigeria, that's kidnap. You cannot tell me otherwise. That's kidnap. And therefore, if this man was brought in legally, why is his trial still in courts? Why is he still standing trial in courts? This is not a legal case again, because this is not a legal case. This is a political case. This is not, because if it's legal case, he has been acquitted and discharged since long time ago, but they still kept him there. Even terrorists, all these terrorists, people that buy people, how many of them are in court? How many are in court, guys? How many are in court? How many did they even remand? How many have been convicted? That's to tell you what's going on in Nigeria. Now, others agree with Barrister Darlington that Nigeria is already too tense, and a protest could easily turn violent or misunderstood politically. Once that happens, the whole message gets lost. For me, I feel, this protest is not a bad thing. It's high time. It's as if people are actually quiet on this Nnamdi Kanu's case. Like, I don't mean for you to carry weapons. No. What I'm saying is that we need, the whole world needs to come and protest, because this man has been there for so many years. So Darlington also warned that once Igbo are involved, the government might twist it and use it against them, labeling it as rebellion instead of justice. So what are we going to do? If protest is not a solution, what are we going to do? Because like this now, they have adjourned Kanu's case to 23rd. Meanwhile, his protest is on the 20th, and according to Sowore, they said he must be released on the 20th. And then his trial, Omotosho has adjourned his case to 23rd. As if he knows that he's looking at the way he adjourned his case to 23rd. He's looking as if that the 20th is just making noise, that nothing will happen. There is problem in this country, honestly. There is problem. So, according to Barrister Darlington, he also warned that once Igbos are involved in this case, the government might twist it and use it against them, labeling it as rebellion instead of justice. So, For me, I feel this drama is not worth it. No, it's not worth it at all. So I know this drama comes right after what happened in courts, Nnamdi Kanu, and again he was denied proper medical care, treatment. That decision alone sparked serious outrage across social media and gave fuels to this Sowore versus Darlington clash. My people, let me tell you, what do you think about this? Is Sowore right that protest is the only way to make the government listen? Or is Barrister Darlington correct that Nigeria's situation is too risky for such move right now? Let me know your comments. Drop your thoughts under the comment section. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and share this video. Guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you for staying to the end of this live session, and I'll see you guys next time.